Welcome to NAILBA's ID Network. I'm your host, Katie Falinger. And here on the ID Video channel, you'll see exclusive interviews from changemakers and key voices within independent brokerage distribution. NAILBA CEO Dan LaBert recently sat down with Dave Sheridan, Managing Director of Independent Distribution with Protective Life. Let's listen in.
Dave, talk a little bit about Protective's commitment to independent distribution and, of course, the company history.
Okay, good. So I think most folks know Protective's been in business for over 100 years. And one of the interesting things about our company is we've only had 7 CEOs in that 100-year period. So being able to maintain a really consistent culture is a lot easier for us than it is for a lot of other carriers because of that. But it also means that you're committed to certain markets, and with those 10 years of leadership, it makes it easy to stay committed. So we've been in the brokerage business for a very, very long period of time. We support many brokerage initiatives. We support many IMO initiatives. We design our products for the brokerage business. We don't have a direct business. We don't appoint agents directly. So really everything we do from a distribution standpoint is geared towards the BGA channel, the brokerage channel.
Okay, you mentioned marketplace commitment. 2020 is a new year, new challenges. Regulatory is always fun times for our industry. But as far as the 200,000 plus advisors that are around NAILBA and the 1,400 plus BGAs, what do they need to know that's coming out of Protective this year? What are the main initiatives? What are the biggest campaigns for as far as product is concerned?
Yeah, I think that the overriding initiative is that we're a value-based company. So everything that we do from a product standpoint has to be consumer-centric. So regardless of what the hot product is of the day or the hot topic is of the day, we do a couple of things very, very well. And one of the things we do is we manufacture product with the highest likelihood to perform the way a BGA and a producer and a client would expect it to perform. And that kind of governs everything that we do. And all the product that we develop is developed along those lines. So more protection-based product. We'll continue to stay strong in the IUL marketplace. We'll continue to stay strong in the term marketplace. I think you'll see some new term products from us coming out, trying to extend issue ages and extend term periods, and our commitment to the no-lapse space. Even though the estate planning market isn't what it used to be, there is a lot of business and a lot of need for low face amounts, no-lapse products going out to age 105, 110, 121. So we're going to continue to focus on that high-value protection space.
A lot of insurance carriers invest heavily in their communities, especially carriers like yours, 100 plus years, not just a national footprint, a worldwide footprint. I'd like to feature, showcase, whatever you want to call it, a little bit more about Protective's efforts in the community, the charitable efforts that they support, because that's near and dear to many of the advisors in BGA's hearts.
So Protective has a charitable foundation. It supports dozens of local charities. A lot of those charities are focused on educational opportunities for children and families, that kind of thing. And then Protective has multiple locations across the country, and each one of those locations has local charities that they support. For example, in Cincinnati, there's a lot of support for the St. Vincent de Paul shelter. In fact, a year ago, instead of doing an off-site to a golf course, we did an off-site to that shelter. And what they did was they put us through an exercise where they treated us as if we were clients, and they made us live a day as one of their clients. Like, missing the bus, having to get to work, having to drop off the kids, not having the money for the rent, having to go to the electric company to get the power turned back on. And it really helped you understand how valuable the corporate and the local and the individual commitment is to those local charities. It was eye-opening. You
mentioned commitment. There's never been a question about Protective's commitment to independent distribution, but specifically around NAILBA, the NAILBA Annual Meeting, and of course year-round efforts that NAILBA puts on. The NAILBA Annual Meeting is clearly the home for all of independent distribution. I like to say it's where the brokerage industry meets, it's where relationships are built, it's where business gets done. I'd love to know what Protective sees as value around the NAILBA Annual Meeting, obviously showing up every single year with a large team as well.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yeah. So there is that, initially, that opportunity to reconnect with folks that you haven't had a chance to connect with. But that's really at the base of it. Our industry is changing. There are new players coming in, new kind of takes on distribution.
I know a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's right. You have new technology vendors that are changing the way that we manufacture and deliver product, and actually changing the value chain from manufacturer to distributor to customer. And you get to see all those people at NAILBA. You get to learn not only what your distributors are up to, they get an opportunity to understand what you're doing, but then there's these other influences on our business where these vendors come together, and it gives you an opportunity to find out what's going on.
We really appreciate Protective's presence there and hope to see it for many more years.
Keep an eye out for new videos in the ID Network every week at nailba.org, and make sure you follow NAILBA on social media. We've linked all the places you can find us below. Also, mark your calendars for NAILBA 39. Our next annual meeting happens November 18th through the 20th in Hollywood, Florida. Those details are also linked below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon.